Today, I'm making ChatGPT create its own horror game in 7 days completely from scratch. And the results of this game were actually terrifying. The rules are simple. Number 1, all code must come from ChatGPT. Number 2, the plot must be completely AI made. And number 3, wait, we don't have a number 3. Editor, cut this out. So for day 1, my goal is to have the entire map created. First, I had ChatGPT give me a simple breakdown of what the game should be. It looks like an abandoned biotech lab with keycards we need to collect. And it told me to call the game OSHA's Worst Nightmare. So I typed in the name and then ChatGPT gave me a description of how the map should look. Now I may have failed art school like 3 times, but I drew a rough sketch of the description ChatGPT gave me. Okay, so I know this isn't a great drawing. You definitely would not see this in a museum or anything, but it gets the idea across, I guess. So the plan is to have the main character walk through the yard into the first room, then travel through a hallway to get the first key, which they use to open up the door to the main lab. In here, you will need to find 3 keycards that are scattered around without getting caught, and then bring them to the escape door to activate the final boss chase. So we started with a basic cube, but there seems to be a big problem. There is absolutely nothing here. First, I was able to get a really cool movement script back, and it even had like a head bob when you were walking, which I thought was pretty cool. Now, since I am an idiot, I'm going to use ChatGPT as much as possible to create this map. I started by making a basic box using cubes to make the beginning of the building. So I had it generate a wall, floor, and ceiling texture, which I dragged into the map. Then it linked me to an AI 3D model generating website called Meshy AI. So I was able to type in descriptions of the model I wanted, and it was able to generate it for me completely using AI. And this website was able to make some pretty cool models considering it's AI, although it did cost me a decent bit of money. So I'm gonna try and use as many AI models as possible to help make this game. Now for the next few hours, I finished the entire map and I also added some fog into it. And then lastly, we had Meshy generate us a flashlight model which looked pretty good. And then ChatGPT gave me the code back, which I pasted in. And we had a working movement script with a flashlight. And honestly, this game is already coming along so well. Now, one key aspect of horror games is that it's hard to see in them. So I had ChatGPT make it lower your render distance once you walked into the main building. Now we have the map matching up pretty well with the drawing I created. So after day 1, we have created an insane map with tons of open space and hidden secrets. I'm actually so excited to see what AI can do for us within the next few days. So now that day 1 is complete, it's time to move on to day 2. According to ChatGPT, our goal for day 2 is to create 3 keycards that you find around the map and use them together to open up the final exit door. But before we do any of that, we need to make sure you can wander around the map and find the first key, which you can bring back and unlock the door that opens up the rest of the main lab. I had Meshy AI generate a key model, which looked really nice. And I set it up so in the first room, you can find the key and collect it, and then bring that key back to the panel and open up the door that leads into the main lab. Then, I asked ChatGPT what is next, and it had me create 3 panels, 1 for each keycard that I can place into them and open up the main exit door. And then I dragged in the lighting sources to set up the keycard slots. Meshy AI also gave me 3 cool looking keycards back that we're going to use to help enter into the panels. We made it so when you collect each of the 3 keycards and put them into the individual panels, it opens up the main exit door. And don't worry guys, we will have a final boss chase that we're gonna add at the very end. I also scattered the keycards around the map to make it more difficult for the player to find them. Now a lot of popular horror games have paper that you can pick up on the ground to help give you instructions. So I had ChatGPT help me add this into the game, and it actually turned out pretty well. It even lets you drag the paper around your screen a bit, which I thought was pretty cool. We made a keypad that you can find the code for on a piece of paper around the map, and then you can type in that code, and if you get it correct, it will open up a door to a secret part of the map. Now I may or may not have borrowed this model from Playtime, but yeah. For the last thing on the day, I wanted to make a jump scare at the very start of the game to help start making this game look pretty creepy. So I thought of the scariest thing possible and had AI make me a model for it. And here I present a terrifying job application. So I hooked up all the code, and at the very start of the game now, you walk up and you see a book lying on the ground, And when you get close enough, it jump scares you. The game is already coming along so well and we have a nice first jump scare, but our game seems to be missing something pretty major that I think we're gonna need. We need a main boss, of course. So ChatGPT described the main boss to me, and I pasted that into our 3D model generating website, and the first version did look really bad. Like, what am I looking at, bro? But after a bit, it generated a 3D model, which honestly didn't look too bad. Now the website does have built-in animations that we can choose in to automatically hook up with our characters, but some of these animations were actually so scuffed. But eventually I managed to get some pretty good looking animations. When I imported the model, he was super skinny, kinda just like me, so I had to fatten him up a lot. Okay, now he looks a lot better. We attached him a basic movement code, and I made it so he wanders around random points of the map, and then stays there for a second, and then continues moving on his course. He can also hear footsteps and he can detect your flashlight, so you have to be careful when being around him. Now I did think it was a good time to start working on the final chase scene, so for the rest of the day I spent making the final hallway that the chase scene is going to take place in. And honestly, it turned out really cool. I added some cool twists and turns in the hallway, and I know this is like every horror game ever, but please don't roast me in the comments, guys. I'm just doing what ChatGPT was telling me to do. And there is a helicopter at the end of the chase, so y'all are going to have to stick around to see what that's for. On day 4, I started by asking ChatGPT some, more pressing questions. But right now it's time to add a jump scare because currently he just like kind of hugs you. So I researched a bunch of jump scares to figure out what actually makes a jump scare good.
The lights. Oh.
And I got ChatGPT to give me one that's okay, but I wanted it to like grab your camera more like the popyplaytime one does. So I got it to give me back a much better one. So let's get a live reaction of the jump scare real quick. So here we are in the game right now, guys, and I'm actually so scared, bro. Where is he at right now? Bro, I need my teddy bear right now. Oh my goodness. Please, sir, I have a family. No, please. Oh, yo, that was so scary. And it respawns you here, bro. My heart is beating so fast right now. Bro, I'm getting way too old to be doing this. Okay, that was pretty good, but we are missing a major thing that video games have, which is a main menu. I had ChatGPT give me a really cool menu back, and I also had like the main character guy jump scare you from behind the grave at random times.
Hello there.
And then ChatGPT also gave me code to generate a MIDI file for a piano song, which a MIDI file is a digital file containing instructions for electrical, musical instruments, and software rather than actual audio recordings.
Brother, this guy stinks!
By giving me code that I would run, and it would give me back a file with the individual piano notes. Honestly, the song was pretty good. Lastly, I wanted to add a few mini jump scares around the map. So for the first one, meet my good friend, fluffy, yet not so fluffy, thingy, I don't know what I'm saying. The goal was to have his head turned towards the player whenever he got close enough to this barrier I created. But for the first attempt, he was like turning away from me. Like, bro, am I that ugly? Eventually, we finally got it to work and it looked pretty awesome. But for the rest of the day, I spent making a bunch of other mini jump scares scattered across the map. Now that we had the jump scare, it's time to make the final boss chase. The point is to collect all 3 keycards around the map and then open the door and have the monster chase you through the hallways until you reach the final escape point. GPT told me to make a cutscene where after you put in the 3 keys, the normal monster walks in and then a crate falls on his head so you think that he's dead, and then after a few seconds he pushes it off and becomes more creepy, and then it begins the chase. So I got all the code back and pasted it in, and after about 50 billion quadrillion years later, we eventually got everything set up. So when putting in the 3 keycards, it activated the cutscene. And I mean, it looked okay, but something was definitely off. I want this game to be a game you can play with your friends and your family and all laugh about it. So I had to call on a friend. Patrick, I need your help to take out this boss guy.
I'd bet.
So I dragged in the model and hooked everything up, and this was the result. It was really funny and awesome, so I had GPT also make me a boss fight song to make things more intense. And then I dragged it in, and it honestly sounded pretty good. I mean, he's not like Beethoven or anything, but still. Yet, I could feel something was still off. Wait, no, not that. We need some sound effects. So I went to an AI sound effect generator website, and some of these sound effects were definitely pretty weird. But in the end, I got some pretty cool ones. And the rest of the day, I had AI give me the sound effects, and I pasted them all in. This is our final day of the game building challenge, and then we will do the final playthrough. ChatGPT cooked up a really cool final end scene, so for a majority of the day, I worked on the final explosion scene at the end of the game. And while you see me making this, if you guys want free giveaways and source code, please join my Discord server linked in the pinned comment. ChatGPT also told me to add a secret plot twist at the end, and we got another pretty cool looking character back. But I'm gonna keep this scene hidden for now. I also had to do some, voice acting, so stay tuned for that. The rest of the day, I made the end credits and got another song back from GPT, and then fixed the remaining bugs and polished up the game. Isn't it crazy how we went from just a single cube to this entire map? And before I show the final playthrough, please smack the like button down below. It really helps me make videos like this, and also comment down below if you guys have any other video ideas. What's up guys, here we are on a final playthrough of the game, and this main menu already looks so cool. As you can see, we should have the guy peek out behind this grave over here. Oh, nice, there he is. Okay, so he randomly peeks out behind the grave, and the lights like flicker over here, which is pretty cool. So we can go to the settings menu, and we can change up a lot of stuff over here. And then we're gonna click play, and then we're gonna hit start game. All right, guys, here we are in the game now, and these graphics already look so good. So as you can hear, we have footsteps, and we can like turn our flashlight on and off. Okay, so there's a book on the ground over here. Let's see if that does anything. And for this playthrough, I'm just gonna act like I don't know what's gonna happen, so enjoy these overreactions, I guess. That gives us like instructions or something. Oh my, what is that? Yo! Yo! Did I just get jump scared with a job application? That might be the scariest thing I'm gonna see in this entire game. So it looks like we have to keep walking up to this abandoned like laboratory over here. Okay, here goes nothing. Oh! Why did it get so dark, and why is there blood on the ground over here? Let's see, find the key. Oh, key, where are you at? I'm assuming we have to go down this long, ominous hallway over here. Why do we have help written on the walls? Okay, I'm actually kind of getting really scared right now. Oh, is that the key? Okay, nice. So now we are all the way back here, and I should be able to put the key in here. Okay, press E to use the key. Guys, I don't think I want to do this. What if I just run away over here? So we have a note on the ground. Find all 3 key cards and then return them to the exit without getting caught. Okay, so the monster over here can see your flashlight and he can also hear you walking. Okay, it's actually so dark right now. Yo, it's a key card. Okay, it looks like we found the red key card over here. Now let's go and put in the first key card into the red area. So let's put in the key card here. Nice. Okay, we have 1 out of 3 done now. And the exit's right there. Okay, we just need 2 more key cards for this. Now we have a long hallway down here. So I guess I'm going to walk down this and see what it leads to. Turn around. Yo, I'm actually kind of scared. What's behind me? Okay, nothing behind me right now. Whoa, my what? Yo. Okay, my heart rate is actually so high right now. But hopefully, okay, nice. We have a green key card over here. Okay, what broke out of this cage over here? Okay, never mind. I don't think I actually want to know the answer to that question. It should be through one of these corridors. Why is he right there? Yo, why is he right there? No, please, sir, I have a family. Please, no. Oh my, yo, what? Yo. Bro, I just fell out of my chair. What? Ow, okay, that actually hurt. Looks like our last key card's gonna be somewhere in here. Oh my. Yo! Why is there so many jump scares here? Ground, what does this say? Green, blue, yellow, red. Okay, a keypad. So I think if I remember correctly, green, blue, yellow, red. Okay, nice. So now this door's opening for us. So we should have the last key card in here somewhere. I don't know why there's blood on the ground. Oh, I see it right there. Last key card. What is it? Oh! Yo! What? There's so many jump scares here. Okay, we just need to pick this up and we need to get out of here immediately. We should be able to escape now. Okay, the exit door's opening, so I guess we can just run through there and we can escape. Yo, what? Why is Patrick there? What? Yo, this is so cool. Okay, it looks like we have to run through this hallway now. Oh, he's right behind me. He's right behind me. Okay, we gotta dodge all these obstacles here. Yo, that guy's actually so creepy. So we know it's a right turn this time. And we have to dodge through these shelves over here. He's still like right behind me. Okay, what turn? Not that way, not that way. Okay, so it looks like it's this way. We have a few more obstacles. Yo, it's that guy from before. He's right behind me. Helicopter, please. Save me. Did we escape? I think we did it, guys. Hold on. Yes, we're flying away. We finally escaped. Yo, this game was so fun. And look, the entire map blows up. Dude, this was crazy. Okay, this game was actually peak. Yo, what? I thought the game was over. Why am I like in a hospital bed? Are they like doing experiments on me? What is that? Yo, who is that guy over there?
Oh, you're awake. That was test 1 out of 50 done. Moving on to, test 2.
No! Wow. So I was like getting experimented on or something? Dude, this music is so good too. What? I can't believe AI actually made this entire thing. Also, if you want to help support me or get access to the game ChatGPT made, please join my Patreon, linked in description. Thank you guys so much. Yo, what is that in the top right corner? Is that what I think it is?